All right, this is module 3, credit repair trade secrets. So in this section, we're going to talk about the credit repair process. All right, so first it starts with phase 1, repair. The legal way to delete inaccurate, incomplete, outdated negative items, credit history by disputing the items on your credit report. So you'll dispute items with either credit reporting agencies or with furnishers who reported the info, like creditors or debt collectors. The FCRA is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and it states that you have the legal right to challenge anything on your credit report. Now, these credit reporting agencies and furnishers have 30 days to investigate and to verify if it's correct. And if it is not, it will be deleted. And they're required to mail you the results within 30 days. Now, we're going through COVID-19. And in these times, what actually happens is that the CFPB has given the credit reporting agencies up to 45, sometimes even 60 days to complete their investigation. So, during this process, you have to be a little patient with them, but now they have about up to 60 days. So yeah, keep that in mind. And then you have phase 2, which is rebuild. Now you can do this portion while you're repairing your credit, so that it'll start balancing each other out and you don't have to wait, until everything is off to start adding. You can add them immediately. So what you want to do is add positive accounts. So like, you can get things like a finger hut, a lot of places that have like offer any type of credit for people that have like low credit scores. But the thing is always to be mindful that, some of these places also have, high interest rates, so, be mindful of that. And then what you want to do is add positive trade lines. So there's websites called kickoff.com. That's KIKOFF.com. Then there's Rental Karma. Then there's Rent Reporters. Now, these two companies actually report your rent on your credit report. So what'll happen is they'll, you put in your information about your place of residence and your landlord, and what ends up happening, they'll call them your landlord to make sure that they are paying, on time, make sure that you are paying on time. There's ways, like if you have a landlord where you don't trust them, what you end up doing is finding somebody that owns a home and asking them if they can report that you are renting a place from them, and they'll, you can work out the details with that. So yeah, and what ends up happening, they'll report up to 2 years, sometimes even 5 years of, rental history. And this helps with your, your credit age on your report. So those are some options. There's secured credit cards. A lot of banks have these. So you can go to, your Bank of America's, your Navy Federals. One good one is American Express. Now with American Express, what actually happens is you'll start to build that relationship with them, when you get these positive, secure credit cards, so that like they'll see that you're working on repairing your credit. And what ends up happening is once your credit is repaired and you have that relationship with that American Express company, you can apply, and they'll see that you have a history of paying your own, and this just helps with the whole process. And American Express, has some of the best credit cards and the best rewards. So, keep in mind of American Express. There's a company called Simplio. That's SIMPLIO. They're self-lender, Credit Strong, and Grow Credit. And I like Grow Credit because with Grow Credit, like, they'll give you like a virtual credit card where you get up to like $50. And what ends up happening is you can use this to pay off like subscription-based stuff. Like for instance, I pay for my premium YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, and what else? Disney Plus. But then you can also, while you're there for a while, you can be eligible for an increase where you can get up to 150, and you can pay off bills like your T-Mobile and stuff like that. So I like Grow Credit. So yeah, so phase 2 is rebuild. Phase one was repair. And, you do these simultaneously so that you can be able to get that credit score that you are looking to get faster. Then there's also piggybacking. Now with piggybacking, this allows you to inherit someone else's credit history, typically used on credit cards. And this is usually done when people are looking to get funding or make major purchases like buying a house or buying a car. So what you need to do is find someone that you can trust who has a credit card with a major bank that's in good standing with a low to no balance. You want it to be an aged account. So like I said, anything over 7 years. 5 years is cool, but 7 years is like a very good starting point. And you want to ask that family member or friend to call a creditor and ask them to add you as an authorized user. Now, authorized users have zero accountability, but the joint owners carry the responsibility. So you're asked to be an authorized user. And make sure that you carefully watch your credit report to see if it's being reported. This is like a hack to the system, that you can use to get that major boost in score. So I know in the previous slides, we talked about American Express. So if you know anybody got an American Express, they can add you as an authorized user. Now, the thing with American Express, though, is that they don't report your credit. They don't report the age of credit. They only report their balance. So, once you add that to your report as an authorized user, as doing a piggybacking method, what end up happening is your age of credit will drop a little bit because it'll show up as a new, a new account. So what you want to do with this is only use the American Express if there's very high limits. And when I say high limits, I mean anything over like 15,000. And then you would want to try to find another account that has age to it, so it'll balance each other out. So American Express, this is also helpful for people who have like utilization issues. So, you find somebody that has American Express card that has low utilization and pay all their bills on time, you'll be good to go with them, and it'll help you out. So that's piggybacking method.